guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this week's princess, I wanted to do Moana. So jumping right in, I've already applied my bald cap, and then I'm just going to go in using my regular foundation. I'm going in with the Collab foundation in Ivory, and I'm just putting that into a lid and scraping some darker contour shade into that to create a darker foundation. And I applied this all over my face, neck, and chest. I also applied it down my arms, but because it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be, I went back in using that same contour shade just on a fluffy brush and kind of deepened up all of my skin. And then to deepen up the contour areas of my face, I went in with the Cover FX contour palette, and I went in with the darkest shade and I just deepened up those areas. And then using a smaller brush, I use that to define my nose and around my lips. And then because Moana has bigger lips than I do, I just went in with the Hard Candy Max Lip Plumper, and I'm just applying that over my lips while I do the rest of my face. And then to prime my lids, I'm going in with the Smashbox 24-Hour Shadow Primer. And then using the same contour that I originally used on my face, I'm just going to put that in as a transition shade. And then with a deeper brown, I'm just going to take that into my crease and then drag it under my lower lash line. And then going in with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette, I'm using this brown shimmer shade. I'm patting that on to the outer half of my lid. And then for the inner half, I'm using this shade right here, and I'm just using my finger as well and just patting that on. To line my eyes, I'm going in with a black eye pencil, and I'm just lining my upper and lower waterlines. And then of course I'm going in with the Wet n Wild black liquid liner and just creating a wing. For the brows, I'm going in with the Iconic London Brow Duo, and I'm just going to fill in my brows pretty heavily. And then going in with this Tarte blush, I don't know the name of it, it has rubbed off, but going in with this Tarte blush, I'm applying that to the apples of my cheeks, also to the very tip of my nose. And then using a brow pencil, I'm just going to sketch in her outfit. Once I have that all sketched in, I'm going in with the Mayron red shade. I believe this one's Beach Berry. And I'm just filling in the entire top, minus that one little section of beads that she has. And then because this was a little too red, I'm going back in with this orange shade from that same Mayron palette. I'm blending those two colors together. And then to create the design on her top, I'm going in with the Global Body Art Dark Red Body Paint, and I'm just creating that design. And then using the global white, I'm going to fill in the beads. And then using the black, I'm just going to create the dots in the center of those beads. And then using that same brow pencil, I'm just going to sketch in her necklace. And going back in with that Mayron palette, I'm going to use the dark brown shade to create the chain. And teal to fill in the entire shell part. And then using a light concealer, I'm just going to fill in the top part of that shell. And then using a white body paint, I'm just going to create the highlight on that shell. Next, I'm just going to be shading around everything. And filling in my lips with this Tarte Lippy. Finally, I'm just adding a wig, and that is it for the Glam Moana. I already made this hook. I made it out of aluminum foil and masking tape. I'll insert some pictures. And I just cut it in half. And then using cotton balls and liquid latex. And then of course I can't add latex to myself without dripping it somewhere it doesn't need to be. And then using the cotton ball, I'm just going to coat that around the end of the hook. And then apply that to my neck. And then just layer latex, cotton until I can get it to stay. And then I just let that dry forever. And then going back in with that same brush that I originally made that foundation with, I'm just going to apply that around the latex and pat that out with my finger. And then going in with this matte red shadow from the Revolution palette, I'm just going to create irritation around the hook. And finally, I'm just adding some fake blood. So I'm just adding that pretty much everywhere. And then I'm using some black body paint just to deepen up where the hook is actually coming out of my neck. And that's it. This is my Moana look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye.